It's been a while since I did one of these, but so let's do this real quick. 4 hour. We're in an area of support and resistance. There's a gap around the 50%, and we have low resistance highs. So I'm more bullish. Now, the 1 hour, this fair value gap, we respected it. The bodies respected the constant encroachment, so we accumulated there. Now, and we did run a swing low right here, and the bodies respected it. Now, there's not a lot of volume here until 9 o'clock. And now we have this to watch out for. Low resistance lows. So this could be accumulation, manipulation here, then try to lower. Or we do have a consolidation here, and we have a volume imbalance right here within this fair value gap or around the medium threshold. Oh, no, sorry. I thought this was gaps. Nope. But yeah. So I could definitely see what price does here and then see if it wants to run out these lows. And that's the idea that I have in mind. And so consolidation, rerun out a few swing lows. See, this says manipulation. Taking a trade here. See if we can target this 1 hour fair value gap and see what price wants to do after. So this order. And then while I have this limit in, I'm gonna go on the smaller time frame and see if I can scalp it higher too. We have a inversion fair value gap right here during a 1 hour open. That's a 905. The very least here, and then we can see here for the 5 minute. 855 sellers. So what it does here, around here, this is going to be important. Now this area can create some form of consolidation, but we came out as consolidation, so I'm not expecting that. Let's see if it displaces above and then uses this as support to keep going higher. So we got that as 5 minutes, and then we go down to the 1 minute. I love this type of candle. This faked out a lot of people. 9:30 open, trades higher. We got a gap right here. And then another volume imbalance right here. I'm not too much of a fan of. There you go, that's better. Something that stands out just a little bit more. Okay, and then we'll go to the 5 seconds because I like the 5 second chart. So we ran swing lows as we went higher. This one, we ran this swing low, so it should be fine. And then we ran this swing low. Bodies respected that. We have a volume bounce right here. So we can expect, or we can feel comfortable if price goes to here. And that should be around the 50% of this range. No, it's lower. So this low would be this range's liquidity. All right, let's rock. This already ran swing lows. We got market maker buy mono, right? Accumulation or low risk buy. Reversal, accumulation, manipulation, reversal. Low risk buy. This is first stage, this is second stage. So maybe this might want to get run out. Let's see. I'm not liking these colors. Let's change this to something like, no, I think it's taking away. Yeah, we just keep it gray. Middle line box, come on. Middle line, boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. Let's see what it does. We're gonna have to go through this fast. So we expanded from there. You know what? I'm just gonna have fun with this, guys. I'm not really trading my model, but I like to try to incorporate new ways as well. It's backtesting. What's the risk? As long as I generally keep to my model. All right. Or don't do this. If I don't do this all the time, place order. And then let's just do, since this is not my model, lower the risk to $100 instead of 150. Let's change the state of delivery. I like the 2 consecutive candles too. Bodies respect the fair value gap, and then we have a displacement higher. That would have probably been good to break even there. Stopped out. Now I'm in my other entry. We're accumulating. It's 937. This low. Look at the bodies respected that. Okay, now we're into this volume imbalance. Close below it. Look at the bodies in it. We're accumulating. It's 937. 40 candle right here. So we ran out the buyers at that 50%. We are diverging with S&P. S&P made a high. We did not yet. But I was anticipating that maybe Nasdaq was just lagging behind. There we go. Okay, so now let's see if we can get an entry into here. Stop here. And since this is my entry model, I'm going to do 150. We got a volume imbalance that we closed above too, right? Oh, we didn't close above it yet. So we have that. Tag this in. Okay, with that type of, I'm going to move my original position that I took from the 15-minute chart. Should I? Just in case, because if I get stopped out on one, I can still have that risk. I should do this then. I should just lower this risk. I liked how we tapped into this volume imbalance right here. We accumulated it there. 940, let's see if we could just expand higher. We close above the medium threshold of this fair value gap. We got low resistance highs. I didn't even think about marking this up. Because look at, so let's just keep this like trend line. Traders would look like this. So this was inducing them, this induced them, and it went higher. Bodies at the fair value gap, I like that. There's a volume imbalance right there too. And now, so to be honest, since we're close to this, I feel comfortable moving this Should I move it here? What's 50% of this current range? If this was real time, it would have still been printing. So I gotta be careful. 0.5. So this is liquidity. Boom. Okay, now that that has happened, this was a real position. I'm just breaking even because I wouldn't. Let's see. This could be liquidity. Just want to dive back into here and tap back into this. If I was to be honest, under this swing low, because I'll have this to protect it, this fair value gap to protect it. Yeah. We're consolidating, expanding. It's 940 still. So 5-minute candle, 10-minute candle opens up. We consolidate. Let's see if this is a manipulation lower. We consolidated on top of this high. Find that interesting. We have a volume bounce right here. Boom, boom. Keep an eye on that. And then let's just quickly go onto the higher time frame. This is London, no, 8:30. So wonder if there's news with all this. So this can induce trade lower. This is a full order block on the 5 on the 1 minute. So, and then we have a volume bounce right here that's missing sell side on the 1 minute. Honestly, the way that the current market conditions are moving compared to even January's price act, bro, I miss January's price action. The way that the markets are moving now. All right, boom. Expansion. We still got these highs. So if we run this low, I'll take another scalp just to fuck around. Induce support and resistance. Run them out. Consolidating. Now we expand. 941. So we got this fair value gap that price is respecting currently. We run out this swing and then trade lower. We have this channel thing going on. That's something to pay in mind too. Let's see if it wants to run that low. And to be honest, I can keep scalping, so I would just break even on this. And if we measure this range, we go from here to here. 50% would be right at this volume imbalance. At that on the 1 minute. Displaced through my break even now. We're on that 5-minute inversion fair value gap. 3 consecutive candles, but the bodies are respecting the median threshold at the fair value gap. We're consolidating. It's 942. Now we're expanding. I just don't like this range. This is a change of state of delivery. Boom. Whoops. Change of state of delivery. Bang. And I don't like that we're not creating fair value gaps in this range. This looks juicy. Tap into that 1 minute volume imbalance. This one's balanced. We got all this back and forth happening there. We got one here. Let's see how this displacement candle stays. I like how we had a displacement lower and then we displace higher. That shows speed like a fake out with. All right. keep fucking around. Let's see what we can do. 1.5. And then here, this is interesting too. So this is the swing high before. So we're gonna use this as a price projection. Boom. Boom. 2 would be right here. So 1 full deviation of this right here. See what happens. Boom. Spike me in. We're spiking at that volume imbalance. We're consolidating. What time is it? 9:44. 9:45. So this is a 5-minute candle. So it opened here, consolidated, manipulated, and now we're distributing higher. But now we consolidated around that open. See if we can get that little. As soon as it expands through here, I'm breaking even. Because this is also a bull flag. And price does expand after bull flags, but it can quickly run out bull flags. Also with these low resistance lows. So we did. Hopefully it'll. Let's not be greedy. Damn it. I'll still feel comfortable. Shit. Oh well. We got a consolidation. Let's. I didn't even notice this. Look at, we just displaced lower on that candle open. 50% is right here. I wanted to move my stop like somewhere here because I could see it want to run lower before it goes higher, and I should have. Let's see how price closes above here because we got a consolidation. And a volume imbalance that's missing buy side. Ooh, if there was a fair value gap, that would have been nice. Now we're gonna go on a higher time frame to make sure we're not losing sight here. $9.41. So we do got S&T happening right now. And we also, I like to always make sure that I'm seeing everything. We also have like this trend line wedge thing happening. So if it starts creating fair value gaps, then maybe price is gonna go lower. Still thinking the probabilities are to the upside. Change the state of delivery right here. And it could just tap back into this, create a fair value gap, trade into the 15-minute fair value gap, then trade higher. These are all just possibilities. I like these equal highs right here. We do got low resistance. Look at that. And where did they induce? Here. So we're accumulating at that volume balance again. Let's see how we close above this. We trade in, there's a fair value gap at this medium threshold. So let's see if it has the juice. Now that it has the juice, to be honest, it would be best to wait until a fair value gap is formed. But Like I said, I am doing this to play around. I can't be profitable backtesting. No. All right. The way it moved, let's see if we can get a swing and then measure 50% and get an entry maybe in this area. I like. So now we're at this inversion fair value gap. We traded into this volume imbalance. That's why I put my stop below. What time is it? 9:48. Mark up the next 5-minute candle open, or the 10-minute candle open. Boom. All right, now we have a close above this volume imbalance. Let's see if it stays. I'm not liking this little channel thing that we got going. And we are in the volume imbalance here. Look at all this work here. Boom, 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 boom. We're consolidating. Oh, stop. It's not stopping. Damn. There you go. I was going to make it go higher. But no, to be honest, it's not creating fair value gaps. Nah, I would have pressed my look. That would have been it. All right, let's get rid of some of this stuff. I like that one. We don't need that. And we got this channel thing still going. We got this higher time frame area. Now we're about to enter a macro. S&P did not run its highs. We got a little glitchy speed run right here. There's volume in that or no? Yes, above average. So now we're consolidating on top of these highs. We're inducing. If it consolidates, then trades higher with speed and then starts displacing lower. But probabilities are it's gonna be high. Probabilities are more towards bullishness, I should say. Okay, now we got that candle open. We got a consolidation. Let's see what this turns into. There is a consolidation here. Look at all this. And I don't see a reason for price to go lower. Yeah, there's no fair value gaps in here. Bodies did not close above this. That is something to note. So today looks like it's gonna be a zinging back and forth day. I call it the frosting, but I'm just fucking putting frosting on our buns and waxing that ass. All right, we got this volume imbalance right here. I'll just keep this one because that's where we look at that. I love volume imbalances, dog. We got speed. Let's see if this creates a fair value gap. You got volume. You got decent volume, gray. And we got this volume balance that we closed above. Let's see if it closes above this one. To at least run these. This looks like feathers. Look at how smooth this is. The bodies. Honestly, seeing that, boom. I do not like that on my entry is my stop loss is not below this volume balance. but stopped out. And now, see, I'll feel good enough to do this one again. Odds are just sucky. There we go. I have to do it. What time is it? 9:51. Again, this is crazy market conditions. Consolidating. Did we run this high? And okay, now S&P looks like it's going. We're consolidating. Let's see if it can manipulate into my entry and then we go higher. Maybe we can just be ballsy and just go for that fair value gap that we think price is gonna go to. And no, dang, it juked me out. Look at it ran a high, ran a low, ran a high, now ran a low. Do we follow it or just cool the pistons? This is the swing low, so this. Consolidating. Speed. Look how fast it's running it. So 9:50 the macro started. Accumulated, faked out, manipulates, and then it starts distributing lower. We're consolidating. Ugh, this price action is basura. 10 o'clock open, and then I'm going to eat. Do I keep risking it? We do have a swing. All right, let's just, okay. That is my intention. Don't let the losses get to me. But the question is, do you wait for ideal setups? Ooh. Okay, but there's this volume imbalance. Boom, boom. Now I would just minimize my risk. Nice little zinger. Boom, boom. Let's see what it does at the 10 o'clock open. Now we're above that 5-minute fair value gap too. We got a volume imbalance right there as well. Okay, let's mark our territory real quick, or map our territory. We ran up 930 buyers. Well, 930 buyers is here at 938. They most likely move their stop here and here and here. I mean, these are good areas. When I think about if people move their stops to good areas, I think about how it actually looked. Like, for instance, if you were buying in here, if I were to buy in here, I would think that we mostly think all traders think somewhat similar. So here I wouldn't feel like this is not really faking me out buying. Like it. But these areas are where there's large movements and I'll feel comfortable like, okay, now that price is doing, I'll move my stop here, not to this swing low, to this one, because this is the range. So same thing here. Consider this fake out. This is easy. Like this is easy to see this as a sell. Like, holy shoot, look at that type of displacement. Look at that speed. We've been going down. So I like to see areas where price is convincing. And look, we got one drive, strong drive. Whoever bought here moved or stopped here when this range happened. Then we trade lower. Bodies all respecting this, right? And then we have another drive. That's two. And that's strong. Look at these candles, bold candles. And look at how it's driving in the sellers too. Look at 1, 2, 3. Look at look at the bodies of the candles. This drive here is not as this one right here is not as compelling as this was, or even this was. So most likely they didn't move their stop to this swing low from this range. They moved it here. We also got a volume imbalance right there. This will be a change of state of delivery if price closes above. I will keep this one because this one was just all the 1 minute ones are the fire ones. This is look at a vacuum block happen there too. And look at this. We got a little volume bounce at this. So we keep these. We don't need you no more and not need no you. And we got one right here. And we'll switch this one here. And then we'll watch the 10 o'clock open and then I gotta go. Low resistance lows. Look at that. So people are looking at this. Something like that would have been. Now I could see this as an inducement too. Okay, so we're consolidating right now. We got volume imbalances all through this. And let's mark up this. Is this volume? There's a lot of, yep, there's volume in this fair value gap. And it happened during the macro. So we'll pop that hush puppy right there. Okay. Okay, so we have this buy candle and then this sell candle. So that's interesting. So we already have an inducement before the candle opened. Because this is inducement. Look at how bold that candle is. If this creates a fair value gap, let's see if price wants to go above here. Okay. It created a volume imbalance here too. I like that. I would just do something like this. There's a volume imbalance at the swing. That's another reason why I like this. Also, just going to this volume imbalance where price was loved and to be at, was gravitated towards it. We got equal highs right here. We have this as liquidity too. So to me, the logic fits. So I would have placed the order here. And stopped out really quick. Look at price went to the volume imbalance. 10 o'clock. And now let's see if we can get back in. Boom, here. And remember, I told you volume imbalances I just need to just follow the rules in that way, in this regards, and stop. If I'm gonna play around with the trades, I should at least make good stop loss decisions. See how price just tapped right into that with a lot of volume that happened there. So let's get this underneath there this time, and then now we'll have to require that out of price, make up for the loss. And stopped out again. This range is crazy. Accumulation. So we ran out that accumulation. So this was the manipulated range from the 10 o'clock open. Then we go to 1 minute. See, this is the cool thing about backtesting is like your emotions don't have to be involved and you can think clearer. And then you're not afraid to take the risk because, I mean, backtesting, there's nothing to gain. Once you have been proven to like be profitable, then you could play within the game, I think. There's accumulation right here, and then we expand lower. But if I loop too much of this profits, I'll start like really playing seriously. I want to learn how to be a little bit more aggressive, and this is for me to learn when to be aggressive though, because I get aggressive in an aggressive mindset, and then I start taking unnecessary trades and stuff like that. So I'm learning how to balance the two. Okay, I do like we ran this, but do we run out the... Yeah, I don't know. We are in a discount. We got accumulation. Ah, that's what I was waiting for. A close below that fair value gap. We got accumulation, and then we have a manipulation to this high, and we run lower. If we can get like a trade here before it runs out this low, that would be fire. And we could do it 2-1. If it doesn't, then I really gotta go. And the losing is telling me that I really do gotta go. All right, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Fuck. What time is 10:04? All right, I think fuck. Now I'm wondering if I'm forcing a bias. Okay, now I'm breaking even. So at least this trade is risk-free. It should go now. The 10:05 candle. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution lower. I like that breaker. That's a beautiful breaker. All right. Damn, that's not what I would have wanted to see. Honestly, I would move. Ah, fuck. Damn, bro. This range is just wild. Yeah, the risk is not even fun. 50%. 50% will have to be down here around this fair value gap. Yeah, that's a better risk. No. Also, I gotta remember to breathe when I'm trading. I think that's why I like speaking when I trade. When I do the same thing in live action, here's a balance price range. I speak to ChatGPT so I can record the narrative. And now I'm just playing within this range. It can chop me back out because that's equal lows below here. So I'm just fucking around. Maybe I'm fucking around too much. I gotta remember to practice a good we're accumulating. Now I want to see if it expands. And if it expands, then I'm moving my stop here to minimize my loss. We have this fair value gap, but I'm counting on this being a breakaway gap. What time is it? 10:09. We got a 10 out of 10 candle going. Okay, now we got this, and we run out the swing low. And this is this a volume imbalance? Yes. Well, let's see if there's one on the 1 minute. Oh yeah. See, this is another thing too. I gotta be able to have all these things that I'm accounting for. I do not like that I'm expecting for price to run out this range. 50% of this range is here. That's one thing that sucks about these type of trades. I like the trades that's like boom, boom, to run this high, low resistance highs. We got a volume imbalance right where my entry is. So I'm gonna move this here. That's below this volume imbalance. I would if there's no volume imbalance, I would have moved my stops below here. Okay, now that price traded into that volume imbalance and it expanded higher. We're moving a stop and we'll let price do whatever it's gonna do. Boom. See, that's the one I like when you can just run a swing high within a range. This is the 50%. This high is within the 50% of this range. 50%, the closest swing high. Boom. I mean here, sorry. All right, I gotta go. Let's see if it hits take profit. If this was a real trade, I'd move my stop right there just to pay for commission. And now people would be looking at it like this. Look at what price is doing around this other swing high, the higher time frame swing high. Now we have something like that. We ran the swing low and we expanded already. With all this back and forth price action, I would rather have something to eat from this trade. And now, where are we at? 149. Eh, fuck. If the risk was so much better, I could have been squeezing it here, but we got volume imbalance right there. Honestly, now that it's so close, and we already induced, we induced. We got this one, and then we got this one. So we will move the stop once this one is breached. We're at that volume imbalance here. We got a redelivered rebalance here with this wick and then this bull candle, but it's missing sell side. Volume imbalance is here, here, fair value gap. Honestly, dog, I'm moving my stop here. I don't give a fuck. We tapped that high. Boom, that's good enough for me. Back above 5,000, I'm fine. Let's see if it does go though. My stop would have been here. Look at the bodies at the S. So I would have still been in the trade. Ooh, this is some funky price action. We got these happening. Now we're inducing. We're consolidating around that old high, which is what? Let's go back to the 1 hour here. So that we have our bearings again, 4 hour. This is what it's looking like. So this whole time, this is what we've been trading in. So this 4 hour candle, look at, we have a 4 hour consolidation. So now we can expect some type of manipulation. I don't like these lows. This doesn't look like an ideal swing low. Now something to mark up is this 4 hour swing low, sorry. All right, and then maybe I'll do something tomorrow that's right around this fair value gap. Seeing what price does here would be interesting. Should we just zoom past it just so that we can see if the bias of this fair value gap was accurate? Or do we resume this tomorrow and see?